Hello everyone, we're back at ESA Summer 2025 and we've now got Rakor
You say Summer 2025.
in the 80% Warpless
Что так
category.
тихо, интересно?
Take it away whenever you're ready.
Yeah, indeed. So I guess I can do the countdown. Oh, there's some introduction yet. This is Rakor doing the run, and I'm Tampa doing the commentary for this.
Томпа будет комментировать, у него Lemurs.
Ready to start. So
Спидранить.
in 3, 2,
Какой-то молодой.
1, go!
Игра 88-го года. Парню на вид,
So this is Mod Battle 3. I think it's a pretty
ну, может,
well-known
чуть
game
больше
for most
20,
people.
либо чуть
And,
меньше
this
20.
is
Ну,
the
короче, около
Warpless
того.
category, which means we are playing through the game as fast as possible without using the warp whistle. And there are multiple categories for this game. One is the 80% where you use a wrong warp in World 7-1. You beat it in 3 minutes. Then there's the 80% no wrong warp where you use the flutes to go to World 8. And then this no flutes, and then this 100%. So each levels are fairly short, and the main thing about this game is the P-speed mechanics. You have the small arrows on the main bar below, and if you fill those up, you get P-speed, which means you run a lot faster.
Ничего не понимаю, что говорит Томпа.
As many mechanics are quite tight when you land on a block there, for example, you have just a few frames to press the jump button. And it can be a little bit tricky to time, like if you're not used to this setup, because there might be some different input than Rakor is used to. So even if it's we don't use the warps, we're allowed to take them. We're allowed to take the flutes, and I believe Rakor is going to fly up here and get the flute.
I hope.
Hoping.
Oh, looks like I'm not doing
Guess
that.
not. Well, in a way, that's a good thing, because if you have the flute in your inventory, you may accidentally use it in a run, and if you use the flute, then run is over. But if you beat the boom here in the normal way, you don't get the flute, and you don't have that risk to use it later.
Так, если у нас есть в инвентаре какая-то дудка, блин, я не играл даже в эту игру. Зачем я сюда сел? Я думал, это другая игра, но это не такая проблема.
And there's some, you do save some time with less text in some of the levels, well, code houses and the castles, but overall it's a lot faster to play on the US version.
Oh, nice pickup.
Are you going for the tunnel?
No.
Nah.
Передвижение, конечно,
quite hard thing to do, where you could duck jump and
красивое.
tunnel without getting hit, but it's quite tight, and it doesn't save as much time as it will for a marathon run. And each of the 7 first worlds has an airship at the end.
Да я не знаю, я бы не сказал, что мне нравится именно эта игра. Я в разные Марио играл, но в 2D не так много играл. Мне больше нравится этот красочный, вот в него я точно играл. Да, я знаю, что это супер классика. Я не отрицаю, что это хорошая игра. Не для всех.
I hate this level so much. It's insane.
Признание в любви к игре онлайн. Я ненавижу играть в эту игру. Да. Да.
Mario, please.
Ну, получается, должны сохранить как-то скорость, я так понимаю.
Okay. Oh, now it's moved up. That's confusing.
И у него не получалось получить максимальную скорость за тот разбег, который ему предлагалось, чтобы разбежаться. Непросто. Да, игра хорошая, играть, естественно, не буду. Есть определенное количество кадров, сколько нам надо пробежать, чтобы мы могли разогнаться максимум.
I got the jump.
Get the jump.
The throne room jump.
Yeah. At the start of throne room, we have 2 frames where we can make a jump.
Автоскроллер.
Doesn't save anything, it's just a cool thing to do.
В принципе, тут ничего не ускорить. Просто надо постараться сделать все максимально быстро, насколько это возможно, насколько нам это позволяет игра.
Yeah, of course. I've got a couple of donations there. So got a $5 donation from Avenue of Tranquility, the second. No message, but it's contributed towards the Kingdom Hearts 2 Sephiroth fight. And we've also got a $10 donation from Mr. Ryudo. Again, no message, but it's also contributed to both Knight and Kingdom Hearts 2.
That was the easy pattern.
But these Koopa kids have you can either hit them three times by stomping on the head, or you can
Надо всего лишь 4
fireballs
раза наступить на
and,
купа Кида,
yeah, split.
и победа наша.
To take down. But the pattern you get is slightly random, but you can predict it depending on where you beat the last level and when you enter the pipe.
Паттерн может различаться в зависимости от того, где вы и как вы прошли предыдущий уровень. Интересно.
World 4 Koopa Kid is a big jumper, and that's one is like more scary to jump on than to shoot with fireballs. Each time you beat the world, you get an item. So here's getting a P-wing.
Знаете, какой бородатый гриб? Видели?
Terrible word. Titanic.
I mean, you'll do better.
Yeah, it can only get better.
There at the start, you have to run all the way until you bunk the wall in order to get the piece build up.
Nice.
Пошло.
Get out of there.
And they slow down on purpose to not get a star card. If you run as fast as possible,
Немножко притормозили, чтобы не получить звезду в инвентарь. Если мы получаем три одинаковых предмета, мы как бы это теряем время. Можно еще так потерять время, в принципе. Ничего страшного, просто сетап разный у спидранера. Я не очень понял, то ли он играет на эмуле, то ли там вообще не присутствует никак эмуля, просто как бы немножко сетап другой. И задержка между управлением и тем, что происходит на экране, немножко разная. Поэтому, ну, в спидранах буквально все по чувству делается. Если там совсем чуть по-другому происходит, и ты это спидранишь игру, не знаю, уже. Ну, даже там, не знаю, месяц ты плотно тренируешься, управление меняешь, все, конец. Конец всему скиллу и все заново привыкать. Что вполне нормально. But it's still a hard thing to do, and you will not see it this run. He still wants the hammer though, which is going to be used in the World 4 to skip the fort. But for this one, it's just gonna play it normally. So the P-meter is what makes this game a lot of fun to play, because it's kind of tricky to both build it up as well as keeping it. There are some strategies you can use to more easily have it kept throughout, like the screen transitions when you go in the pipe or a door, for example. I can remember if you go for the rocket or not. Подожди, спидранер Ракор. Они не добавили просто его в прошлый раз, поэтому я думал, что это Ракор. Олимуешь, это, судя по всему, просто озвучивающий. Да на ты. Найс, хорошо зашел. Очень жаль, говорит спидранер, что нет у меня огненного цветка. And the hammer brothers, as mentioned, they walk around on random after you beat the level. But you can't tell which item is the one. After they stop the movement, they stand still and the other face left or right. And that is not random. The hammer is always facing left and the music box is always facing right, I believe it is. So that's one way you can tell which one is which. So first they move here, and then they stop moving, you can see. But the bottom one is facing left, the upper one is facing right, so then they know which one is which. Ну, объясняет, получается, как передвигаются кубы по экрану у нас, что с молотом они имеют определенный паттерн от того, как мы играем в игру, оказывается.
No early hammer?
No early hammer in the marathon run. That's too bad.
Движение связано с этим.
Right now he's gonna get lucky with these because he's not being able to get the second hammer. Because you don't want to kill more than necessary.
Естественно, я так понимаю, мы хотим как можно меньше общения с рандомами на столе.
No dome box. Out of the dome RTA. And many players might think like, oh, why don't they get a leaf? The leaf is very slow in this game, actually. The running speed with P speed is 56, that number of subpixels you move every frame. And when you fly, your speed goes down to 23. So 23 is a lot slower than 56.
6. It's even faster to swim than to fly in this game. By 1 speed unit. And when you fly,
Забавно, что в этой игре быстрее даже плавать, чем
which
бегать.
you don't do if you have a Super
Окей,
Mario or Firefly,
полезно.
for example. So, you have another auto-scroller, which means more donations.
Perfect. So we've got.
Так, добрались до
first
еще
of all,
одного
we've got a
автоскроллера.
$100 donation from Mr. Nyanta. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Who says, "Let's go Sephiroth
Шевельнусь.
battle," and again that's contributed to the Sephiroth fight in Kingdom Hearts 2. And we've also got a $10 donation from Digital Mole, who says, "The best 2D Mario, wahoo." Hard to disagree with that, to be honest.
Yeah, this Mario game is it's a great, it's a classic.
Yeah, it's for its time, it's amazing.
Yeah. I could argue that Mario World is a better game, but there's some things I prefer with this game anyway. But they're both great. So I'm going to finally get this Firefly back to see, and hopefully be used to kill this boss immortal. But as mentioned, the time, the pattern you get from the Hambrother, not the Hambrother, the Koopalings, depend on when you beat the last level and when you reach up to the point the fight starts. And when you get the Fireflower here, that time is going to be slightly different, so...
Yeah, I don't know what...
Yeah, he doesn't know what pattern he's going to get because of that, as that's not something you normally practice. So then it's normally better to play it safe than to go for it.
Okay, it was the easy one
Yeah.
again.
So you can either walk forward at once, jump at once, shoot at once, a combination of a few, etc. Split.
Yeah,
And the classic thing is if you want to jump for the wand or not. The wand falls slower, faster than Mario does in this scene here. So it's faster to wait
Легкий
for the wand to
паттерн
hit Mario
и
than to
легкая
jump and
победа
hit midair.
над боссом
This is
Купа.
what they call the off-screen wand grab. This means you have to wall jump on the right side, get up on the top, and jump to
Дед
get
Гриб.
the wand just when it spawns. And that way, when Mario starts falling, he is half off-screen, which means the game treats him as being above the screen. So when you start falling, you fall down instantly instead. But that's a really hard trick to do, but it saves some time. Oh, not again. The first water level. And water, as mentioned, is very slow to swim in, so you want to get out of the water as soon as possible.
Двигаться в воде достаточно медленно, поэтому стараемся выбраться из воды как можно быстрее. Но при этом плавать быстрее, чем выпрыгивать и находиться в воздухе, а потом снова плавать.
Posting the 7-1 clip that we're gonna see later on.
Let's see if
But this one has a hard P-meter strat you can do.
Ah.
Oh. It's a tricky thing to build up P-speed there because you don't have enough distance. You have to make some tricky maneuver. Oh. Yeah, the cheap tip are infamous because if you fall too quickly down and the enemies jump up towards you, you can accidentally clip through the hitbox of the jumping hitbox.
Что случилось, это мы проскочили хитбокс удара об противника, и поэтому получили урон, вместо того, чтобы наскочить на голову. Эх, бывает и так.
But like for this world, there are more fire flowers to get. This one here, I'm not sure which one Rack's gonna grab.
Yeah.
У нас тут будет цветок, показывает. Много фреймов потеряно, но нам очень нужен цветок.
Yeah, if you like know what you're doing and set up more lag than they normally do, you can make the game crash. And you can make the game like
В этом месте можно даже закрашить игру, если очень постараться.
It's a rare thing to happen, but oh, here's the famous runaway bro. No, don't 3. No.
Don't do it, Ronnie. I don't know the backup. Don't do it.
So the Hambrother on the right, we call him Ronnie. And if he walks to the right, from where he is right now, he's gonna go off screen.
Если мы сейчас увидим, что чел с молоточком пойдет направо, у нас справа который находится. Нормально. Повезло. Ну, я так понимаю, мы не должны были с ним столкнуться просто.
And you need the bridge to be open to be able to skip 3-6 with a cloud and go to 3-8 correctly. And if the Hambrother runs away, you're not able to do that without taking a death or
Судя по всему, тот мост, который остается
Too close.
после купы, когда он проходит между уровнями,
So right now he's playing safe. He goes to take this Hambro
пропадает,
right
если
now, so doesn't run away.
купа уходит
And
слишком
then he needs
далеко.
to go back to the other Hambro. Okay. To set up. Okay, yeah, that's it. Good. To set up the bridge correctly.
Но
This one
сетап
gets
вроде
one
сработал
second
правильно.
in World 6. And he got one from World
Собираем
6.
этот молот, который будем использовать в мире номер 6.
He goes down.
Yeah. And this one has a star item which you technically don't need. You can use it in a few levels.
Я так понимаю, эта драка нам как раз таки не нужна была.
So if you see between 3.6 and 3.8 there's a bridge there, that's close. Now we can use the
It is
cloud
what it is.
to level.
Используем
Ooh, that's so scary.
облако, чтобы проскочить.
That's how you whistle usually. But
Yeah.
no whistle.
Now you can't whistle, but you can still accidentally use items that you want to use in other places. Nice.
Yeah, when you think you pressed A, but you didn't enter the level, but you're already holding B for running.
And this level is a bit scary because as you use the cloud, if you will die in this level by getting eaten by the
Если мы
big
погибнем в
fish,
этом
it
уровне
goes
каким-то
back to
образом,
4.36.
нам придется
So which means he
возвращаться
has no
назад.
cloud anymore. You have to
А
do
у
50
нас
for that
нет
level.
облачка, чтобы как бы
So
пройти
we didn't die,
здесь.
so that's good.
Но мы не погибли, так что все окей.
I used to die there, of course.
But for this level as well, there's a backup flower that's going to be used to... Ooh.
What am I doing?
Ну, нормально, у нас есть бэкап.
Oh my god.
Чуть не потерял опять.
Go inside.
Yeah, getting it through narrow spots can be a bit tricky sometimes. There we go.
Возможно,
You
сказывается
sometimes
волнение.
spawn one of the sheep here, but you got both of it. It doesn't matter.
Is it also with the lag, right?
Yeah, not such a lag, but you have too many sprites on the screen. Because the white blocks create some sprites when you destroy them, and then the Koopas you can kill it from above that fall down. And when you have the Koopas as well as the white blocks, it both cheap you one spawn. And these spawning enemies are going to be used later on in the game for level 6-5. Because normally you have to fly up and kill them with a block or shell rather. But you can despawn two enemies and get away. That's up later.
Еще один автоскроллер.
As a kid when I played this game, like I always got the frog suit from 3.9 and used it in this airship. But the frog suit is very hard to control and it's terrible against bosses. But it's all the fun to have. But a fire flower is the best option.
Лучшая опция, конечно, то, что у нас сейчас есть, мы используем. Огненный цветок.
Yeah, sadly you can't do anything to speed
Это еще есть какие-то другие опции.
There's a hard
Потому что я
strategy for that
слышал.
the Zulu shit speed on is using by clipping into the wall and getting pushed into the camera further to the right. But that's way too inconsistent and hard to do RTA, so it's not being...
You can also die, right?
Yeah, if you clip too far on the right, you're gonna die, so you have to be careful as well. So it's both hard to do, it's hard to save much time to do it, so no one ever does it.
Windy.
Венди говорит.
And nice.
Купа Венди.
Yeah, when it can be quite tricky sometimes.
Легкая победа.
After each hit, she shoots a ball or a ring, I guess. And those rings can be in your way all the time. But doing this a small Mario, for example, which is a category we speedrun, small Mario category, it's really difficult. And here's the Mario the
Ну,
King.
молодой Марио.
Next up is everyone's favorite world. Big one.
Мир номер 4.
Iggy Gaming. Indeed.
Easy strat.
Easy strat, yeah. Play it safe for the marathon.
Я так понимаю, мы
Ooh.
проходим через трубы, и мир меняется, да? Сейчас мы
Nope.
Oh, no.
в большом
Yeah,
мире.
some
Ну или
have,
точнее, мы
quite
уменьшились сами по
improved,
себе.
immediate strategies.
Прикольно. Прикольно выглядит.
Yeah, another thing he has to keep
Я
track
этого не
of
видел
in
еще.
the run is the amount of coins he has and the amount of points he has for some levels. Because if right now he has 80 points in the end and 68 points, but if you have 88 points and 80 points, you're gonna turn one Hem Brothers into a coin ship, which is an outscroller. It doesn't always happen in each world, but like in this one it can't happen at all. But in World 5 and 6 coming up, you have to be careful for that to happen. you might have heard when he entered the world 4, or entered the pipe rather, there was a small sound effect, which was when the card was spawning. Each time you get 80,000 points, you're gonna get the card game.
Nice.
And the card games stack as well, so you can have multiple of them. Like if you play one card game, you can get another one instantly, but it can only be one on the screen at the same time. Nice. This is a cool level when you get the PC.
Отличное перемещение.
It's really good.
Чисто играет спидранер.
In the Game Boy Advance version,
Несмотря на то, что
Sesame 3, this stage, the camera is all over the place.
местами непривычно.
Yeah, the camera is a bit different in the All-Stars version as well. That was the first hammer used to skip the fort.
Пропускаем форт при помощи молотка.
In World 6-2 of them even. To skip a couple levels. 4-4 is really evil with this lucky to here. He can be a good sniper.
Очень злой уровень, неприятный. Из-за этих лакито и его рандома. О,
Bruh,
сейвд.
Yeah, playing it separate to be a bit slower down.
going for some swimming. Oh my god, please.
You got it. Right there, yeah, you can get unlucky and get hit right when you enter the pipe.
Почти.
And so many people have died there just before when entering the pipe, myself included.
Почти случилось то, что было бы неприятно, но нормально мы справились.
This, I don't. Oh, okay.
Okay, you might have to play both of them. So one has a P-wing and the one has a star, and the star is useless, but the P-wing can be useful to have. And hopefully...
Встретили с Хаммербросом, который имеет звездочку, но нам не нужна. Здесь вот полезная вещь. Есть, вот она нам была нужна. Очень техничные движения, конечно, и глаза не справляются, потому что кадров мало. Просто все плывет на экране.
Yeah. You can lose inputs because of lag as well. So. Okay, yeah. That's on the hard speed try you can do here in the beginning, but if you fail it, you're gonna run into the dry bones or jump down the lava. So. And the next level is the longest level in the game.
Следующий уровень будет самым длинным в игре.
Infamous World 4 Outer Scroller airship. Because in order to make the fire in this level more dangerous, they slow down how fast.
Автоскроллер просто будет длинный, да ничего, не так страшно.
One picks every 2 frames, but this one scroll 1 picks every 4 frames. It's a very slow one, so you have 2 minutes here to chill and read some donations. So
Целых 2 минуты будет автоскроллер идти. Окей.
Yeah, of course. So there's a $46 donation from
Примем
Dad.
ко сведению.
Says hello to Sarah and Everson. Remember to wash your dishes. And again, there's that's contributed towards the Kingdom Hearts 2 Sephiroth fight. There's also a reward with that. It's the ESA Dripping Whisper shirt. And also the poll response to that as well, which is Kingdom Hearts 2 cutscene showcase Goofy dies.
And yes, we will from the chat. This is absolutely worth playing before GTA 6 comes out. This is a classic, amazing game. Those with a Switch membership online, you can play it on the Switch, for example. And you may use it for subbing the speedruns, the leaderboard, the Switch version. But we have more donations.
Yep, we've got $10 from Dice_NL, and he says, "Good luck to my wily 3 buddy. You've got this."
Thank you.
Shoutouts to Dice's birthday yesterday. He told us to not sing for him in the outside the room here, but we did anyway. Because like if it's your birthday, you have to suffer. That's part of it. It's not our rule. That's how it is. And we can do one more donation there as well.
Yep, so there's a $5 donation from Nintendo Natalie, and messages "Let's go, Rakor and Tompa," and there is a pull response to that. Again, it's Kingdom Hearts 2 cutscene showcase. Goofy guys.
Nice, thank you, Natalie. But this is the worst Kooplin because he's a big jumpy like that. And the same thing happened with the Chief Tip before, when the Chief Tip would jump into Mario and he took damage. Can happen here as well. Even if you land straight on the head, you take damage, and it's so annoying. But that was alright, yeah.
This airship is so boring.
Ура, легкая
Yeah,
победа над
no one likes this airship, so like you have to do anything to make it more interesting.
Купай.
Like there's nothing you can do. A common thing is to like jump or shoot to the music or something. But otherwise, it's a long waiting time.
Or reading donation.
Or reading donations, exactly.
Ну, не-
Chat.
Кого не посадили на трон?
And the airship in World 7 is also about the same length. It's a few seconds shorter, but it's a faster scrolling, but the airship is that is longer.
But that one is actually hard in World 7.
Yeah, that one you have to actually pay attention.
Okay, just... Didn't work.
Потихонечку. Раз не идет быстро, можно и не очень быстро. Главное, не терять цветок, это много времени теряет.
The coins, in case it is.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's perfectly good right now. Oh, yeah. On the overworld there's Ham Brothers that keeps walking, and they can do a movement of 4 every time you beat the level if you're unlucky. Oh. And each time, as mentioned before, you get an extra movement, you get to lose half a second, and those seconds can stack up really well in a run. And the sliding speed is actually faster than P-speed. Sliding can get you up to, sliding can get up to 64 speed. But when you jump, you can keep at most 62, normally 61. But you have to keep jumping every time you land to keep that speed as much of it. Because every time you land, you lose 1 speed unit every frame. With the one exception, but it doesn't...
Как много мелочей.
They use the music box to avoid having to play the Ham Brothers. Because you get a P-Wing from World 4 already, so it doesn't need on the P-Wing. And the other one is a star, which is useless. And it also prevents them from walking around, which saves time too. You still have to wait
Красивое перемещение было.
every time you beat the level here. But nobody gets movement to 2 or up to 4 in this level, this world, so you save time by using it.
This is my least favorite world, by the way.
Избавились от всех.
I like every world way more than World 5.
I'm not a fan of World 5 either. The tower is kind of cool, but you have to go back and forth. It's kind of be hard to keep the P-speed. If you jump and you get out the pipe, you're able to keep it for
Стараемся
longer.
сохранять нашу скорость.
But then you have to land again with a speed of 40 or more. Otherwise, you're going to start losing the P-speed. And you can see the speed numbers, but it's quite easy to lose it. Like that, it's very hard, really hard to keep.
The Tristy was way better than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Oh, ooh. All good, all good.
Oh, got a level up. Extra life.
So that Ham Brother, he can walk. If it goes right, it's an automatic.
Нормально, справились.
But we kind of want him to go right first and then go back and forth between the 4th and level 7.
Oh, the lag.
Yeah, this is not a lag level. That is can be quite tricky, but that was very good. Very nice, very nice.
Do I need the box?
You have a... Yeah, you don't have a box.
I don't have a box.
No, so you need a box for the piranhas.
Yeah, okay, he's chilling there.
Yeah, yeah.
Нам пока везет, и Купа все еще чилит в левой нижней части уровня.
Weird B-speed strat coming up.
Yeah, in the
Weird
7.
level.
You hit the star and... Oh, you don't need the star in the
You're right, I could have used the star.
Oh,
Ай-яй-яй.
Weird.
it's fine, it's fine.
Нормально, нормально. Нормально.
Right there when you get out of the pipe, you have 1 frame to jump, you know, to be able to keep the P-speed. It's quite tricky.
Не забывать, что это старая игра, и...
Oh. Oh.
Of course.
Ух ты.
Yeah, I want him to go to right.
Куда он пошел?
We need to battle him, and now when he beats the
Нам
fourth,
нужно
he
с ним
can
сразиться, и было бы
go
неплохо,
for
чтобы он
the
был
finish stage.
все еще там же внизу, но
That means more distance for us to offer.
Но, к сожалению, он пошел наверх-налево. Это значит, что нам придется его догонять.
Beautiful. That's
Красота,
some swag
красота.
trick. In this game, you can go down the pipes on the side, on the right side, and that one is completely free to do, but it doesn't save any time. But it's like
Это не сохраняет нисколько времени, но зато swag.
yeah, that too, and it takes a little bit of time to jump up there. But anyone can do the clip. It's very easy to jump up there and then just hold.
Just don't jump too high or you're dead.
Yeah, you can jump up high and then jump up into the lava. This is terrible. This is one of the shortest levels in the game, and if you get the PSP right here, it can. It's still.
Из-за того, что игра старая, нельзя очень быстро нажимать клавиши. Нужно все делать в определенной скорости.
And then 390 is an outer-scroller, so we're gonna use a cloud to skip that one. And then be forced to play the next outer-scroller, which is the airship.
Постараемся пропустить, или точнее мы пропустим один автокаст-кроллер при помощи облачка. И отправляемся в автоскроллер к боссу. Много автоскроллеров очень, это значит, что много мест, где можно немножко подрасслабиться.
The gap closes on the left side.
I didn't knew that.
Yeah, you can't do it in all of them, but some of them you can. And I've seen people like who don't think it's possible, so they hold left and drop that. Oh, I got the poop block.
Poop block.
Shout us to hell. If you hit the block quite early on the right side, you can get the colors mixed up. As you see in the far right of the screen, like the colors are a bit weird down the blocks are. Because of the way the NES is loading the screens. So if you hit a question block at the far right, you can copy the colors that are on the far left side of the screen, which was happening to that block. It doesn't have any uses, but it's just some fun stuff. So Roy had the upcoming coupling. When he lands on the ground, you have to be in there, otherwise you get stuck. Each of those small bumps, the earth shakes, but they can.
Мы прыгаем на этом боссе для того, чтобы не застрять. Интересно, что нужно подпрыгивать во время того, как Купа приземляется, во время своего опрыжка. Какой дед сидит. Либо просто молодой с огромной бородой.
Especially when dying in outscore, because then you have to redo the whole thing. And it's extra bad to die in outscore in the airship in World 5, because the airship can go back to the lower area, which means you have to take the tower back down again. That's gonna cost a lot of time. Here you skip first 2 levels with the hammer, and then you get another hammer here, which gonna use.
С помощью молотка пропускаем уровни.
This is an outscore, but this is the last hammer we get in the game.
Последний молоток, который мы получим в игре.
One I don't want.
In this level we have this slow elevator right here on the platform, but it's faster to take damage earlier.
Немного быстрее тут, если мы получим урон и просто пробежимся. Главное stay alive, так сказать. Instead of, as it didn't have the fire flowers, so this is a nice backup to have instead. It's really fast, kills instantly, and you get. Нормально, хорошо. Забавно, что это быстрее, чем просто бежать или ждать. Но, с другой стороны, да, у нас же нет цветка, и поэтому звезда нам реально помогает в этом моменте. Теперь немного опасно передвигаться по миру, если мы вдруг получим урон. Это для нас будет финально. Финально и фатально. Нормально, нормально.
That last jump there was so hard as a kid, because you can get stuck in the spinner and go straight down. You need to like.
Могло случиться так, что нас просто отправят вниз в дыру.
Technically, you don't want them, but if they're there, you can do.
Oh, does it still work?
No.
I think I messed it up.
Yeah. Grab that shell. But this one is where you are able to despawn one of these guys up here. But you can also use the shell, the independent weapon.
Yeah, usually this is.
Интересно, что он решил дождаться, пока пропадет.
Spread like the what is it called?
М,
Square root kick.
Yeah, that's true.
Shell.
This is easy, but somehow I
Панцирь.
lost my speed there.
There are a couple of different ways. Oh yeah, here's looking at the hammer suit. The hammer suit is going to be used against Bowser, which means you're very easily killing him instead of using the fire flower. It's also a nice backup to have in case you lose the fire flower before.
This is the start.
That's a good thing when you when you go to an extreme and screen about to scroll. If you hold up or right on a movement, you can go past the Hammerage without fighting him. It's what Raka did there to not having to fight Hambro. That was a really nice, good orientation.
Из-за того, что мы передвигались по экрану
He doesn't
и
need to worry about the Hambro
экран при этом тоже двигался, мы
both the
смогли
movement as well as,
пропустить драку с Купой, поэтому мы
getting
прошли сквозь него.
a coin chip. And as mentioned before, we don't like having the leaf, so we took a damage there to able to jump around normally instead.
Получили урон специально, потому что не очень удобно иметь эту форму.
This is one of my most hated levels, cause sometimes you can clip like in the ceiling and then you're dead.
Yeah, if you jump too early and you get your head stuck in the ceiling, you won't be able to move further to the right unless you drop down first. But normally you're not prepared for it, so you just spam A to get up, and then you fall down instead because your speed flying meter rather runs out.
Yeah, sadly I have a P-wing. I have an extra P-wing.
Оу,
So no.
вдало по ушам выстрел.
So many stars.
So many stars. So this level it is possible to do wall jump on the right side here instead. But it's a lot safer mostly to use the P-wing instead the next one. Why not?
Нет никакого смысла нам решать пазлы, когда можно просто перелететь все препятствия.
Easily.
I haven't done this with a Tanuki suit in ages.
Oh.
I think like, no. Okay. We just do this.
Are you going for it?
Yeah.
Oh. It is possible to clip into the corner there and scroll to the right and skip this part here. But it's
Была возможность
very precise to do.
запрыгнуть в угол, в пиксель
To the edge, then
и пропустить всю эту секцию
so it wasn't that bad of an attack.
автоскроллера. Ну, не так, чтобы ты прям очень много сохраняет, но зато свэг и так далее. Тем более, что мы не тратим время, когда пробуем этот трюк, так что это вин-вин ситуация, так сказать.
Thank you. So we've got a $10 donation from Dark Zoa, and he says
Еще не на автоскроллер.
Keep it up, and that was contributed towards the Kingdom Hearts 2 Sephiroth fight.
Thank you.
And as always, there's nothing you can do except waiting. You can try to clip into the wall here.
I will try to.
And you get a free luxurious meal by Budsy.
Is this web can pretend I'm dead?
Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't?
No, I forgot where it is.
Oh, it's right there. Oh. I have one more. They can clip through it. Ooh, that was too close.
Well, that's the backup.
Yeah, you have a backup if you take damage. You can clip through that wall and take the upper path here, which is slightly safer, I suppose, but it's a swag strat, which is always nice to have. And for next level, you want to have Big Mario because you want to do a clip.
Yeah, and you don't want to have a leaf.
No, leaf is bad. Leaf makes the clip harder to do.
And you don't want to enter the level. Oh, my D-pad is doing duck inputs. That's scary.
Yeah, that's scary. Well, here's the last coupling.
Последний куплинг.
And you can do a setup here.
Пытаемся сделать сетап.
I don't know the setup.
That looked good, actually.
So the clip
Говорит,
is gonna
что,
be,
возможно, это
it's a bit sub-pixel dependent.
было идеально.
So when your speed is 40 with the non-max, the max non-P speed, you have a 50% chance to get the right sub-pixel to do it. What it did there was to slightly tap the button, D-pad.
Я не понял, что он сделал, но они оба были весьма рады тому, что это произошло.
I think it was but I also need to hit the jump, so
Let's see if we can get
Добрый день, добрый день. Мир номер 7.
Oh. Oh, nice. Second try.
О, хорошо, с второго раза. Хорош.
Like when you try the setup, if you don't get it first try, you can keep trying for so many times. Like people done 50 attempts without getting a single time, even if they are good runners the game. So you pretty much have to get like.
Хорошо, что тут можно пробовать бесконечное количество раз, в принципе, и ничего из этого.
72 is an infamous level with the PSP.
Это нормально вообще.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly. Okay, let's do. Oh. Wait, give me that. Let's do this. Should be fine with the time. Oh, what's happening? Mario, please.
Я пока не очень понимаю, что происходит.
So building up the pyramid is a bit tricky here. There you go.
А, я понял, они пытаются набрать скорость.
So
Я забываю, что внизу есть метр скорости. Можете видеть там 6 стрелочек вправо и P. Соответственно, нам нужна максимальная скорость, чтобы нормально пробежать. Страты заточены под максимальную скорость.
Yeah, this level is weird. Usually this works, but yeah.
Добрый день всем просыпающимся и уже на работе миллион лет, которые... И всем, кто отдыхает, тоже привет.
Well, just...
It's another level. Another level where they can lag quite a lot in the beginning.
Это уровень немножко подладивает, поэтому есть сложности.
Whatever.
Не, нормально.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be
Нормально. Все равно мы будем сейчас использовать усиление.
Yeah.
Where are my items? I haven't done
so many stars.
I haven't done a full run in almost a year, so item menu.
Don't say that. Secret.
Я не заканчивал ни один ран уже целый год, говорится, подряд. Да, нормально. Все равно он делает все достаточно быстро и скипы показывает, так что нормально. Никто и не заметит. Кроме тех, кто умеет спидраны. Это игры конкретно.
Yeah, but it's weird.
It's weird.
This
Yeah.
weird.
Можем проклипаться здесь тоже, но могут быть сложности, поэтому так лучше. Просто пролетаем сверху и пойдет.
Next up, you have a choice to make to play 7-7 or 7-8. 7-7 has a clip you can do to beat it much quicker, but it's very hard to do. And the 7-8 is also a hard one if you do the fast routes in it.
Мне нравится, как Марио прыгает, как и в Ниндзя Гайдене.
And as mentioned, the leaf is slow to have, but it's more safe. Yeah, for an extra hit or to be able to better for you.
It's nice that I kept the suit.
Yeah, as now you can fly up in here in the beginning. You're gonna turn around and then fly up to the top.
Сохраняем скорость и взлетаем. Благодаря тому, что у нас есть костюм, и мы не получили урон. Оу, не достал чуть-чуть.
You can clip in that corner and save a little bit of time. But as mentioned before, those corner clips are very hard to execute.
А нет, он достал. Он должен попасть сюда внутрь, он пытался заклипаться в угол. И здесь тоже пытался заклипаться в угол. И здесь тоже. Везде пытается, походу.
And you can do only 2 as well, but 4 clips ideal. But if you get stuck in them, you can get stuck a long time to Exactly, but then you lose more time.
Прикольно.
What's called baby.
Кучу клипов можно сделать, куча углов
Baby prison?
нестабильных есть в игре.
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, like
So this is Item Waste Island.
that was the final cloud.
Okay, now don't die on the airship.
The airship is very
Самое
long.
главное
It's
сейчас
the
здесь
second longest level in the game.
не погибнуть.
Well, it's the longest in terms of length, but it's the second longest in terms of time. But this one is very long, but then it's also quite tricky to do. And if he dies, he'll have to play the 4th as well as the Piranha State level.
No, I don't need to. Because
Yeah, but if you die, you have to play the 4th and then it's another round.
no, I go back on 7-9 if I die.
Yeah. But you have to play the 4th, and then the plant is gonna wake up. You have to play the plant.
Yeah, but the airship is flying.
The airship's flying away. I'm stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, Tarsa.
Yeah, when you die, the airship flying away, so you don't have to backtrack back to the castle. That's a really good point. Hello, DMTM. That's not the colored glitch, but the block.
Like the poop block.
Yeah.
Moldy block.
But this now gonna have a lot of outer scrolls in a row. So it's this one, the first 2 levels of World 8 are outer scrolls as well. And then ideally we want to skip the hands, I'll get back to those later. And then you have 1 more outer scrolls in a row, so there might be 4 in a row with these levels. And it can be quite tiresome to do.
Get out of here, Mario. I don't want to play this anymore.
And if you jump on these screw things earlier, you can despawn them as well. So that's a annoying part of this level. But if you ignore them, they're gonna stay in place. Oh yeah, I said before this about the last Koopaling, that was stupid. This was the last one, Ludwig. That's good, all safe, very nice. On to the last world.
Ура!
Get out of there, Mario. I'm a bit
Ура,
scared
ура, ура.
of Air Force.
Yeah, Air Force is a trick level. As a kid, I always used the P1 to beat that one.
Yeah, can you just fly over the whole level?
Yeah.
Oh, Air Force, I never tried that.
I could never beat it as a kid, it was way too difficult. And also, I was playing with the PAL version, and the PAL version was slower because of the frame rate, but you also jump short in the PAL version. So it's hard mode version actually.
Ah, yeah, you jump shorter. Yeah, I remember that like 1-2 isn't working or something.
Yeah. Like if you watch the speedrun, I've seen many posts like they try to copy the speedrun strats, but they can't because it are jumping way shorter. That is all often that they're using the PAL version to do the run. And the Japanese version is also a bit harder because right now he has Fire Mario. If he takes a hit on his version, it goes back to Big Mario. But in the Japanese version, it goes small instantly, as is shown on the title screen of the game. But for US and PAL versions, it doesn't do that.
What pace am I on?
Don't know. X amount of minutes and frames.
Don't know how long.
Насколько хорошо я пробегаю, говорит Райдер. Том подай без понятий. Без понятий. X минут. Твой пейс X минут. Поздравляю. Кто-то в зале мог бы подсказать, что.
Raku's gonna try to kill some of these bomb shit to reduce lag. But it's still a bit risky because you can accidentally take damage.
Oh,
There's some lag.
О, мегалади.
something was wrong.
And the color of the exploding bombs changes depending on if you're Mario or Luigi. So if you're Luigi, gonna blink green instead. It's kind of fun.
Забавно, если мы играем за Луиджи, то взрывы будут другого цвета, зеленого.
Wranglers.
So the boomerang bro can either go left or right. And if it goes left, you can hit him with a the fireball before he starts throwing the boomerang, which you can't do when it goes to the right. And the chest doesn't spawn unless both the hammer bro, the boomerang bro, as well as his boomerang is.
Да, нынче долгий стрим.
That's why you don't want the boomerang at all, if possible. And a lot of people keep saying like, oh, why don't they swim under the ship? The thing with swimming under it doesn't save any time, it's not safer at all, and you have to keep spamming A did not drown.
No, it's not safe.
So it's like, it's completely
Как же в этой игре
useless.
все-таки много
It's like
автоскроллеров?
as a kid,
Минут
so
на
it's speed up
15,
purposes,
может даже 20 автоскроллеров.
Scary.
yeah.
Очевидно, что категория не percent Warpless. Это значит, что мы не читерим жестко телепортами туда-сюда.
That's why no one is ever going under the ship.
Что, естественно, сокращает очень сильно геймплей. Ну,
Many times, like YouTube comments for speedrun.
такая категория.
Because it's useless to swim on the ship.
Yeah, why? Don't do it. Safety save.
Okay. Yeah, actually, it speeds up the wear and tear of the controller. That's correct. So here comes the hand levels. Each time you land on one of these 3 tiles, there's a 50% chance that you're gonna be
Начинается сложный уровень.
Just pray.
Каждый раз, когда мы наступаем, есть шанс, что нас захватит рука и будет какой-то уровень.
But I'm gang always into. I always get into.
Well, hi Escape, I'm here. I'm still alive.
Так.
Oh, two of them.
А,
Yeah,
Два.
something you can do. There's a
2 из 5.
5%,
Я думаю, это хорошо.
pass all 3 hands without being grabbed into it.
Oh,
Оу,
wait, I.
Gonna get the fire? Yeah.
так нам
Fire
нужен
is useful for, both
цветок,
A1
поэтому
and
вернемся.
A2 as well as the fork, so it's good to have.
Just go away. Get out of here.
But you do get a leaf, like some categories think leaf can be useful to have as a backup, but not right now. So here's the Air Force, which is
Конечно, может быть.
quite fast-paced.
50% шанс говорят, что рука захватит. Соответственно, каждый раз подкидываешь монетку, и иногда монетка просто не в твою пользу играет. Что ничего с этим не сделаешь. По-моему, если я правильно помню, в N%, который использует варпы, это основная часть. Основная часть рандома, так сказать. Вот здесь приходится на эти 5 клеток. Идешь и... И может и не одна не захватить рука, а может все 5.
I knew that one.
Yeah. There we go. Nice. Both 8-1 and 8-2 coming up here can be quite tricky to do.
Следующие уровни тоже могут вызывать
You
сложности.
want to keep the PSP, that is.
Особенно если мы хотим сохранять скорость перемещения.
No, Rob, I haven't been here every year. You're incorrect.
Пошла скорость.
Nice. Beautiful level.
Хорош, хорош. Хорош, как же хорош наш спидранер, он справляется.
That one is tricky to get. And these two is tricky to get. First we have the note blocks here that are hard to work with. And then you try to jump up here with... Oh! Wow, great! Not even Raku expected that to happen again.
No.
Даже ничего не пришлось объяснять, я
You didn't. Well,
ни
best
разу
way to
не
get
получалось это в спидрании, но вот
Okay, so I
показываем.
have a million
Yeah, use all the
stars.
stars.
Скилл.
Story makes the first part easy to do. And he has extra stars, so why not?
Making up for the deaths at the start.
Yeah. That can also be a bit tricky if you don't get to keep the P-speed. And you don't want to make the door in time at the end. You have to backtrack to hit the P-switch again.
But of course, the hard levels work.
Yeah, those work. These ones, like, no. So only 2 levels remaining, and one is now to scroll.
Осталось только 2 уровня.
If you have anything
И
to
мы
say,
укладываемся в час,
please,
похоже.
while we wait.
No donations or anything at the moment. Hopefully we'll get some towards the end there though.
You can jump up on the top there to do some stack strats. This level is quite safe. Normally you can just hold right the whole time and just hug the wall and nothing can hit you.
Alice laser beam.
Laser beam time. This level gets hard if you move around in the middle area, but don't do that. Just hold right as far as possible. Like those can't hit you. All good. Only small thing to worry about is the bob bombs. But you just pick them up and throw them instantly to the left or right. Fine. Or you can wait a bit and kill them off both. Is it the last boom boom fight coming up here is gonna be destroyed by the fireballs?
Oh, okay. I thought I
Excellent,
didn't
yeah.
make it.
Do. Saddle the Yarrow.
Okay.
So right now he has the chicken suit that we call it, the hammer suit.
Okay, it's
And having hammer against Bowser makes him go down quite easily. But the level is still difficult to do up to that point. That's why we want to keep the P meter.
Oh.
Infamous one-up clip.
Oh.
There we go.
О.
That one is
Хорош.
also present in Mario 3's official strategy guide. So that's an intended way to do it, of course. Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
It must
No,
have
no,
messed
no.
up his strat a bit, so we're gonna play it safer so we don't die. There we go.
I would have gotten backup P-speed.
It's half of time. Bye, Bowser.
Yeah.
So timing is when we enter the door here.
Как только зайдем в дверь, будет
Takes a
конец
moment.
игры
gonna
и
just hold
спидрана.
And wait for the...
Та-та-та-та-та-та.
And... Time!
Время!
Not bad. Not bad.
Неплохо. Да, хороший спидран.
So the fireball takes 36 fireballs, I believe 35 to kill him.
Жаль, короткая игра.
Hammer, every time
Но
the hammer is in Bowser's
действительно
football, it
хорошая.
deals damage, so you can kill him off very quickly. And much safer to do than with the fireballs. Yeah, that was a nice run to show off. And I believe we also have the donation incentive for the N% category. So that's a really quick run that's gonna show off here as well. So I think we're gonna go straight to that, I suppose.
Мгм, кажется, нам задонатили на любой процент без запрета на телепорты. Это будет очень быстрый спидран. Сейчас посмотрим. Если он действительно случится. Прикольно, что они показывают все уровни.
Robo Sparkle and Toasty Stoke for the next run, which is Kingdom Hearts 2, and we're going to go into a short intermission.
But I think it's going to be a donation incentive for this run, the
Oh,
10%
yeah,
category.
Yeah.
I believe that was met, so
One moment.
so we're gonna.
I can confirm that the any percent bonus run was indeed met. Thank you guys so much for all of your donations.
Yeah, so just reset on and we go for the N% run.
Так,
Yeah, just
любой процент.
Take it ready. We want to do the timer again as
Как
well.
только вы
should I
готовы,
just
мы
try to
готовы.
do it as fast as possible, or should I-
That's up to you. I don't know what.
Хочешь ли ты... Могу ли я попытаться сделать как можно быстрее? Да. Делай как знаешь. Ты спидранер, ты профессионал.
We are ready here. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
Поехали.
Okay, so this is the 90% category. This is the fastest way of beating the game.
Самый быстрый способ пройти игру. Сейчас нам покажут, как надо играть в эту игру.
There's a wrong word.
Настоящий игрочат.
So you want to get to 7-1 as fast as
Или в зависимости от того, как вы смотрите
possible.
на
It's gonna get
скипы.
the two wizards,
Возможно,
one
это
in
True
three, and one
Pussy
in
Way,
four,
так сказать.
then warp to world 7.
I have a save state if
Okay. Yeah,
У меня есть сохранение. Молодец, правильно, правильно. Это подготовленный спидранер. Он знает, что не все случается, как мы хотим и как планируем.
This was discovered back in, I think it was 2015 or maybe 14, not sure. So we know that you can go the Cracker showed that you can go down a pipe on the side, and normally for most levels, like nothing else happens than like a cool animation for it. But if you do it in like a 7-1, if it's in a vertical level, you go down a bit beyond the boundaries, and you go into the game's code more or less. And when you can get access to the code, you can mess with it a bit.
I don't like 1-3.
Yeah.
Not my most favorite level.
So you can go down into the code, and if you have certain things set up correctly, you can make the game.
Если вы сделали все правильно,
Once you execute the code, that triggers the end.
то вы уже начинаете
And it's gonna do that by
выполнять
setting up
махинации с
certain
кодом.
enemies on exact positions. They want them to spawn in the right sprite slot, and then despawn them or kill them at the right values. That is hopefully going to make the game warp to the ending.
This doesn't want to work today.
At least you get this to show to fly up this time. So with the two flutes, you can normally use one flute, then the other one in the world 9, the warp zone, and go to world 8. But now he wants to go to world 7, which means he has to enter world 2 first, or 3 or 4, and use another
Так,
flute.
отправляемся в мир.
Important. I was so confused when I first tried this.
Okay.
I was like, wait, why am I in world 8 now?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to world level 7.
Потом сразу в 7. Окей.
So the thing it's gonna do here may seem a bit random, but it is to set up these enemies in the right values.
Сейчас нам нужно некоторые вещи сделать. Они будут выглядеть странно.
It's gonna use some visual cues to where to despawn the enemies. The first needs to kill off them to clear those memory slots.
Come here. No. No. This looks right.
Unsure.
Кажется, оно.
Either that or 1 pixel off.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's either it's right or it's 1 pixel off.
So the last one here wants to despawn the physical place, so he's waiting for it to just about to wake up and then gonna enter the pipe. And then
Нужно
it goes
дождаться,
down,
когда
so it's
Куба почти
gonna
проснется.
pop up and then go down, so it stays on that
I
position.
hope it didn't move. It's weird sometimes.
And then you wanna go do the pipe glitch here on the right side pipe to go down.
Go in.
There you go.
Опа.
And now we go into the magic area of the game's map. So-
Anji.
and down here we have an invisible note block, and when you hit the note block, it's gonna execute the code that is set up with the enemy positions. And hopefully that's gonna trigger the ending, or it's gonna be crashed.
I think I have 10 minutes. I said give me 10 minutes so we can do this over.
Слом пошел.
Oh, I got it! First try!
И все, и на этом. Ну что ж, ГГ, отлично. Я думал, что будет какой-то рандом в конце с прохождением этих выскакивающих рук, но нет. Вот так вот игры проходят.
Yeah. Thank you, Domba.
Well played.
Amazing commentary. Thank you.
С первого раза все прошел.
Thank you for the
Наш
GGs.
спидранер.
And that's Mora 3 for you.
That's my-
Приятно, когда получается с первого раза. И, очевидно, это не простой трюк. Уверен, спидранер готовился к нему.
Yeah, we're done.
Так
Excellent,
что,
guys,
да.
great run, great commentary. And we're, as I said, I'm going to hand over to Robo Sparkle and Toasty Stoke for the next run, which I say is Kingdom Hearts 2.
Следующая игра будет Kingdom Hearts.